is the name of the game. AmpSquare.tv understands how important advertisement is and is proud to express that it's truly the only plugged-in internet television production company on the market. Amp2.tv live streams all their shows across all the major selling markets in the U.S. and abroad. Call them at 866-224-5422. The AmpSquare.tv library allows productions to be seen over and over again, making commercial platforms more usable. Call 866-224-5422. Toll free 866-224-5422. Amp2.tv, the first and only internet television network that's truly plugged in. 866-224-5422. That's AMP2.TV.
Afraid of needles? Anxious about going under the knife? Do the words invasive surgery make you queasy to think about? After years of being mistaken for someone in her 20s, Alicia Couri, a mom of 3 in her late 40s, finally got tired of hearing, "You should write a book about why you look so young." So that's exactly what she did. In her book, Age Younger, 21 Tips to Make Your 40s Look Like Your 20s, she outlines 21 of her top tips for looking and feeling decades younger. These tips can easily be implemented into your own lifestyle so you too can make your 40s look like your 20s. Go to acradio.live to order your copy today. Hi, I'm Alicia Couri, and you know me from my radio show, Unleash Your Audacious Confidence with Alicia Couri. If you lack confidence and boldness to really go out there and conquer the world, I'm here to share this valuable resource. In my book, Your Signature Style, Unlocking the Confidence, Style, and Influence of the Savvy CEO, I'll take you through a process where you can release your fears and embrace your femininity as a powerful tool to unleash your audacious confidence and win. This is where it all began for me, and I want to share it with you. Get your copy today at acradio.live. Bring out your beauty and confidence from the inside out. Buy this book today at www.acradio.live.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Hi, I'm Alicia Couri, and I'm here to influence, educate, inspire, and entertain you with audacious confidence. Audacious confidence is the unshakable belief in yourself that's so bold and so daring that you live your life without limits or restrictions. So join me on my show, Unleash Your Audacious Confidence, so we can discover the unknown you. Call in to join the conversation at 888-565-1470. Let's get started. Hey, hey, hey. Happy Monday, everyone. Yes, it's me. Hi. You caught me on social media again. You always catch me when I'm trying to get myself together online on Facebook and invite people and get all that together. Well, welcome, everyone. Today is a wonderful day. It's a beautiful day. I'm here at 6 o'clock. I know, I'm a whole half hour early because I'm getting a whole hour today to do the show, and I wanted to spend this first half hour just saying hi to all my friends out there on social media. Yay! Hey everyone, and just share it out on Facebook and on Periscope and answer any questions that you might have for me, because if you want to, find out more about confidence, about beauty, about image, give me a call at 888-565-1470. I'm going to be here for the first half hour of the show, answering any of your questions, looking at you there, saying hi to you. Hi, Mandy. Hi, Kessa. Hi, Jeanette. Hi, Edeline. Who else is there? Hi, Dawn. All of you watching on Facebook. And I'm sharing it out. I'm trying to share it out right now on Periscope, too. So give me a call. I'm live here, and I want to hear from you. I want to hear what's going on. I want to hear what questions you have about confidence, or if you want to share a story about confidence and how it's affected you either negatively or positively. Like if lack of confidence has affected you, I want to hear about it, and maybe we can talk about it a little bit and get some tools and some tips to help you break through it. Because honestly, a lot of people who don't probably don't know me from years ago would not realize that I had some really big confidence issues. Yes, I did. I had some confidence issues, and I talk about it in my book here, Your Signature Style. And a lot of those confidence issues were rooted in fear. They were rooted in fear. They were rooted in a lot of doubt and worrying about what other people might think, what other people might say about me. And so, hi, Sandra. I'm hearing feedback, so let me make sure everything is muted. So, you know, there are strategies that you can use to get over and overcome a lot of the things that you're believing about yourself that may not be the truth. And that's really the first step in finding your confidence, is really realizing what is true. What is the truth about you? I hear a lot of, especially parents talking about their kids if their children don't want to. Oh, thank you, Sandra. If their children don't want to talk to someone, say they're in a crowd and they're introducing their kids to someone, they're like, oh, they're just so shy. Well, you know, a child growing up hearing that all the time, I'm just shy, you're just shy, you're just shy, suddenly adopts that mindset, and they think, well, I can't speak to people because my whole life I've been told I'm shy. But if you look at that child, that same child in a home environment or on a playground, they're not shy at all. They are outspoken and they're funny and they're outgoing. So you have to be careful about the words that you're implanting into your children, because then they grow up believing something that isn't necessarily true. So you might be sitting there thinking to yourself, well, my whole life I've been shy, so I can't. Why do I have this around my neck? This is my headphones. So my whole life I've been shy, so you know, I don't really talk to people easily, and so I can't go out to networking events, or I can't do this, or I can't do that because I'm shy. Well, that's not necessarily true, and you can change that mindset by first recognizing that it's not true. And the thing is, all of us have the ability to overcome this. All of us have the ability to overcome fear and doubt, even low self-esteem and zero confidence in yourself. We all have the ability. We just don't always have access to the tools to help us overcome those things. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to kind of help you if you feel like you're going through something right now, and there's a step that you want to make, or you want to break out and do something really courageous and do something out of the box, but you're afraid of making that leap of faith. You know, you're afraid of doing it, and you want a little help to change your mindset and break through that barrier. Give me a call, 888-565-1470. Let's have 1470. Sorry, I mumbled my words there. 888-565-1470, so that we can have a chat about it. You know, I talk to my son all the time about mumbling his words, and I just did it. So I know that I have Tony Lassane. What time is it? He was going to give me a call today so we can talk a little bit about confidence, and especially confidence in video and video production, because he makes movies. Yes, call in 888-565-1470. Thank you, Don. Hi, Sebastian. Hi. So Tony is he has a video production company. And you're calling in, Kessa. Yay. He has a video production company. And so he does a lot of work with documentaries and movies and film and photography. And we were having a conversation earlier today about confidence in women. And he said, you know, that a lot of women that he works with have challenges with either being in front of the camera or doing something video-wise, even photographs. They have issues with. And I understand that very well because I hated taking pictures of myself. I hated being in front of a camera. I hated speaking to a camera. I hated looking into a camera. And so I know all about those insecurities. And because when you take a picture, you don't like how you look. Everybody's always so hypercritical of themselves. We're always so harsh on ourselves, especially. And so when you have to take a photograph, instead of just relaxing and releasing it and allowing yourself to enjoy the process, we become very tense and critical, and we don't know how to stand, and we don't know how to, what to do with our body parts. And of course, your picture does not come out good because now you're tense and you're thinking too much about the outcome, because you're already projecting that it's not going to look good. And so it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So what you have to really do when you're taking photographs, especially, number one, know your angles. Know your angles. Know which side you look best in pictures. Understand how to stand in pictures. When you stand straight across, you're going to look wider in pictures. You have to angle your body a little bit. Know how to stand. Know how to be relaxed in front of the camera. Know how to smile. A nice. I'm seeing all these text messages. Oh, all these messages are popping up on my phone. I'm on. I'm trying to answer while I'm on the air. Isn't that crazy? So, yeah, I'm crazy. I'm a little bit crazy here. So what you need to do is really know how to smile, a nice, genuine smile. So relax and think about something funny. Think about something that you like instead of focusing so much on the camera that's in front of you. So, when you can focus on just being relaxed, enjoying the process, and thinking about something that makes you smile naturally, your pictures will come out so much better. And it's the same thing with video. A lot of us get hypercritical on video and I'm still hypercritical on video because I don't like the sound of my own voice, which everybody tells me that I'm crazy. But hi, Anne. Hey, Don. Okay. Hi. So when you're taking video now, Marty. Oh, Marty's calling me. Okay. You want to have a real conversation? Okay, Kat, so we'll have a real conversation. But I have this special caller who's calling in. I said this month I'm focusing on Breast Health Awareness Month. And in the second half hour, I'm going to be interviewing someone with for Breast Health Awareness Month. But I have this special caller on the line, and you can put him through. His name is Marty. And Marty is a friend, my friend's husband, Julie's husband. And he is a breast cancer survivor. And I really wanted to have him talk about his story because a lot of times when we talk about breast cancer and Breast Health Awareness Month, we focus so much on women, but there is a percentage, I believe it's 1% of men that also get breast cancer. So I don't want to leave the men out. I want to make sure that I'm representing everybody here today. And so, Marty, are you on?
I am indeed on.
Oh, hi. Thank you so much for calling in. So,
hi, you're very welcome.
Marty here, he has a very interesting story about not just how he found out that he had breast cancer, but how it all unfolded for him. So, Marty, I would love for you to tell our listeners and our viewers, how did you discover what you discovered?
Well, how I discovered it was really by accident. I was at home one night and just kind of stretching out and just kind of let my arms flop down, and as I let my arms flop down on top of me, I felt a little bump that I thought was it was just a knotted muscle. And,
right. So it just felt like a tense,
right,
something tense, a tense lump or something on your chest.
It was just, like I said, almost like a little, non-painful Charlie horse. But again, it was up in my, chest and breast area. And it's like, well, that's odd. So I tried, sort of massaging it out, and, no, it didn't seem to be going anywhere. So, so I asked my wife to check it out. And of course, she thought this was some sort of cheap foreplay or something. But she kind of, gropes and checks, and she's like, no, you need to have that looked at. And I was like, well, okay, I'll put it on the list, kind of like most guys do. Yeah, okay,
right.
whatever.
Whatever. We'll get to it sometime.
Right. Well, our oldest daughter happened to have a doctor's appointment the next day, and my wife says, no, you need to go have that checked out, like, now. And she said, since our daughter's going in for a doctor's appointment, you're going to take her, and when you get in there, you need to mention this to the doctor. And she gave our daughter instructions and said, hey, if your dad doesn't mention this to the doctor, you need to mention it to the doctor.
Right.
So
she was your biggest advocate right there.
Yeah. So like I said, I took her in, and her appointment went real quick, and then I just kind of mentioned mine as an afterthought, and my doctor said, she's like, well, wait a minute. She went and grabbed the file and came back in, and she started checking things out, and she said, no, you need to go across the street to the hospital here. I'm going to write up an order for these scans, and go ahead and get this checked out, and do that tonight.
So she was alarmed enough to think that, nope, this needs to be taken care of immediately. Yeah.
It was enough that that she thought, no, we're not gonna take any chances, and
right.
and let it ride or anything. We're going to check it out immediately, which was, as it turned out, very fortunate for me.
Yeah.
Because I went over there and had these various scans and tests, which led, of course, to other scans and tests. And well, long story short, is
a quick little trip to the doctor turned out to be something more intense.
Yeah. Within about 2 weeks of when I went into the doctor, I had several different tests done: small needle biopsy, large needle biopsy, and basically got scheduled for a full mastectomy.
Wow.
On the right side. It's like, so 2 weeks from start to finish, and when they caught it, they said, yeah, it was it was only like a stage 2A, but it was fairly aggressive, from what they could tell. And
wow.
And they said, yeah, if you hadn't caught that, could very well have been, 2, 3, 4 months, that it would have been, kind of beyond health, so to speak.
Wow. So considering, a lot of times men may feel something and just disregard it, but it was good that you actually engaged your wife in feeling it, even though she thought, hey, come on, buddy, what's this all about? But, having someone else, examine it and say, well, this really doesn't feel right. You should have it checked out, and not letting you take a pass on it, really, because she didn't let you, say, yeah, I'll check it out next week, and then next week turns into a month. She was very forceful to have you go check it out.
Well, yeah, and again, thankfully so, because yes, I would have been one of those that, kind of put it off. It's not a major thing. It doesn't hurt, whatever.
Especially since it didn't hurt. It wasn't painful.
Exactly. And I was just another one of those things. And,
right. Then you thought you could just massage it away and it'll just go away.
Right.
Right.
And I got to say, it's made me, made me very, very aware of,
your body,
of everything else since then.
Right.
Yes.
That's the key, really, is to be aware of things that are going on in your body. And when you feel something that's unusual, or you feel something that wasn't there before, have the wherewithal to have it checked out. Don't feel like you're wasting the doctor's time. It's your health. It's your life.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's really kind of the bottom line is, you just need to kind of be aware of, of your own body, be aware of your lumps and bumps and bruises, and and stay familiar. Hey, if something seems to be changing, especially get it checked out, because things can happen far too quickly.
Yeah, they can. And like the doctor said, that could have gone downhill pretty fast for you if you hadn't had it checked out when you did.
Yeah. I mean, because even just from when I first had it checked to when they did the full removal and that, I think they said that that it grew like somewhere between a half and a full centimeter.
Wow.
And that was
in just the time that it took for you from the time they saw it to the time that they took it out.
Yeah, and that was, like I said, just 2 weeks.
Wow.
So again, it gave pause and a little dose of reality. So
yeah,
I don't mind talking to anyone and everyone, given the chance, because it's worth mentioning, and
absolutely. And I'm so thankful that Julie, when I put that post out on Facebook of what I was going to do for Breast Health Awareness Month, that Julie, pointed it out to me, because I had heard that there was a statistic for men getting breast cancer, but I had never really met anyone or known anyone that did. And so, I so appreciate you, telling your story and just allowing us to take a pause and think about that a second, because men are not immune from getting it.
Yeah, well, and then the reason you don't hear about a lot of them is because, much like I was going to do,
they don't pay attention to it
until it's too late. And hey, once you're dead, it's kind of too late to talk.
It's kind of too late to talk about it. Yeah, exactly. Well, I appreciate you taking time off of work, Marty, to give me a call and share your story with us. I appreciate it so much.
You're very welcome.
And I hope you guys out there also appreciate his eye-opening story, and that you can check yourself out, men, even though, it's still a 1% chance. Still, when you're in the shower, just as us women do once a month, just check, feel, see if there's anything unusual, anything changing. Do it.
Yeah,
what do you have to lose?
Like I said, that this is not one of the 1% that you want to be in.
No, it's not. Yeah, there are many 1%ers that you want to be in, but this is not the 1%. So check yourselves out. Make sure that your things are feeling okay and nothing's changed. And listen to Marty's warning. Take heed. It costs you nothing to just check it out. Well, thank you, Marty. Have a great rest of the Monday.
Thanks, you too.
All right, take care. And everyone on Facebook is saying thank you too, Marty. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with my next guest in a few minutes. We'll see you soon. Hi, I'm Alicia Couri, and you know me from my radio show, Unleash Your Audacious Confidence with Alicia Couri. If you lack confidence and boldness to really go out there and conquer the world, I'm here to share this valuable resource. In my book, Your Signature Style, Unlocking the Confidence, Style, and Influence of the Savvy CEO, I'll take you through a process where you can release your fears and embrace your femininity as a powerful tool to unleash your audacious confidence and win. This is where it all began for me, and I want to share it with you. Get your copy today at acradio.live. Bring out your beauty and confidence from the inside out. Buy this book today at www.acradio.live. Afraid of needles? Anxious about going under the knife? Do the words invasive surgery make you queasy to think about? After years of being mistaken for someone in her 20s, Alicia Couri, a mom of 3 in her late 40s, finally got tired of hearing, "You should write a book about why you look so young." So that's exactly what she did. In her book, Age Younger, 21 Tips to Make Your 40s Look Like Your 20s, she outlines 21 of her top tips for looking and feeling decades younger. These tips can easily be implemented into your own lifestyle so you too can make your 40s look like your 20s. Go to acradio.live to order your copy today. You're listening to Unleash Your Audacious Confidence with Alicia Couri. Now, let's get back to the show. Hello, we're back. We are back, and thank you for joining us here on Unleash Your Audacious Confidence. I have a full hour today, and we also have, I have my guest in studio, but you can still call in. You can still call in at 888-565-1470 if you want to, talk about, we're going to shift gears a little bit since Marty called, and I am talking about Breast Health Awareness Month. And but you can still call in if you have a comment, a question for my next guest. And I'm going to introduce her. And I met this young woman. She is a powerful young woman. I met her. Both of us were speaking at a graduation ceremony back in August.
Yes,
August.
in August.
Both of us were speaking to the graduates, and I was very inspired by what she had to say. And I wanted to invite her to come on especially because it's Breast Health Awareness Month. And her name, you have to help me pronounce your last name. I'm going to try, but if I butcher it, you're going to help me out, right?
Yes, I will.
Jamie DeRamo.
Very close. So the S is silent. DeRamo.
Yes. Okay, I got it close, guys. You know,
very
I'm
close,
like
very close. Most people don't get that close.
They don't
all.
even try.
No.
So she joined the Women's Breast and Heart Initiative as a volunteer in their volunteer department. And she received her Bachelor's of Science in Health Education from the University of Florida and has worked in Miami's nonprofit community for more than 3 years. From her experience, Jamie has developed a strong passion for underrepresented and underserved populations and works to promote prevention and heart disease awareness, as well as recruit volunteers. You recruit volunteers as well for the cause. So she works with the Women's Breast and Heart Initiative, and it has given her a deeper appreciation for how individuals from all diverse arenas of life, someone keeps messaging me on Facebook, stop it, from all arenas of life, can unite to provide women the prevention and early detection they need to beat breast cancer and heart disease. Because breast cancer and heart disease is the number one killer.
The number one killer in women. 1 in 3 women will die from heart disease each year, which is about 400,000 women.
And breast cancer is what?
And in breast cancer, about 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer, which is about 40,000 women.
Wow. So those are staggering numbers, guys. Those are staggering numbers. And so it's really important to take care of yourself. That was like the last segment that we talked about, is noticing things about yourself, taking care of yourself, and making sure that you don't disregard even little things that you might think, that may not matter. Mm-hmm. So Kessa is saying hi, and she said she wants to connect with you about her nonprofit organization as well. So I'll connect the two of you afterwards with Kessa. But and other people are saying hi to you here on Facebook. So maybe, okay, Freddie, I'm sorry. Okay, I know I'm driving you crazy over there, but because I'm reading my phone. So. Anyways, I did, before we got into all of that, I did want to, if I didn't mention anything, I wanted to give you an opportunity to say more about yourself.
Yes.
Where you're from, and, what do you do for the Women's Breast Health and Heart Initiative?
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me on the show.
Course.
It is an honor. This is an audacious woman. But yes, so my name is Jamie, and I am actually a Miami native, which is apparently very
rare. It's rare. People
rare and surprising. Like people, I'll be at different events and people will be like, "Are you from Miami?" Almost already expecting me to say no. Mm-hmm. And I'll be like, "Yes, born and raised," and they're like, "Really?" And I don't know. It's always surprising for me, but I guess it's more surprising for them.
For other people that you're born and raised in Miami.
Yes, but I am new with the Women's Breast and Heart Initiative. I've only been working with this amazing organization for 4 months. I started off as a volunteer, and we'll talk a little bit more about that, but just going door to door and offering women the opportunity of this amazing resource of getting free mammograms. And people are typically like, free? What's the,
what's the catch?
What's the catch? And then when they are like, wow.
And it's not just in October.
No, it's not just in October. We actually wrapped up an outreach in September, and now we're doing October, and then our next outreach will be in February.
Okay.
So, but I started off as a volunteer, and then I was hired as a volunteer coordinator. So I'm the one who recruits the volunteers, who goes out to the universities and colleges, and so it's been pretty incredible seeing not only the volunteer side, but also the women's lives who we change. Like, these are real women who are getting real services and whose lives, are possibly being saved.
Because there's also, you work with a lot of underserved communities.
Yes.
And a lot of them don't have options, and they don't have access to medical care.
Exactly.
So you are changing lives, and you're saving moms.
Yes.
So their kids won't lose their mama early.
Yes.
And so it's very important work out there that you guys are doing at the Women's Breast and Heart Initiative. Now, is it only in Miami, or is it a global or nationwide?
So we are actually in South Florida, Tri-County. We will be serving the city of West Palm Beach in February and in April. Also, we serve Broward County and Miami-Dade.
Okay.
The hope is that we can go national, because we realize this is not only a national issue, it's a worldwide issue.
Exactly.
But, little by little.
So right now it is Tri-County.
Yes,
okay.
Tri-County.
Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach. So guys, this is our area that we're, our listenership right now. So, what are the early screening recommendations for breast cancer?
Excellent. So whenever I speak to students and I speak to corporations, it's very important that we recognize there are various guidelines, but the ones that we align ourselves with are the American Cancer Society. And so the American Cancer Society believes that it is optional for women starting at age 40 to receive mammograms annually. Now, they recommend that women start at the age of 45. So between the ages of 45 to 54, this is when it is recommended that women get annual mammograms.
Okay.
Now, starting at the age of 55, it is optional.
Again?
It is optional. And however, it's recommended every 2 years. Okay. And I heard, previously before I got on, you guys were talking about it's so important that everyone knows how their body normally looks and feels. And that's exactly what we tell our women. You need to be familiar with how your breasts normally look and feel. And don't be afraid to, say,
to touch it and feel it.
That doesn't look right. If you think that's a mosquito bite, how did that mosquito get up under your shirt,
Right, yeah.
So it's better to err on the side of caution,
right?
And just, get it checked, get it looked at.
Absolutely, because I'm going to get a little personal myself, because I get mammograms every year. Excellent. I get an annual mammogram.
That's what we want.
Yeah, I do. And I don't only get a mammogram, I get a mammogram and ultrasound. I have to get an ultrasound as well.
Yeah.
Not only because I have dense tissue, but I also have cysts. And I know where the cysts are.
Yes.
I know exactly what they feel like.
Good.
I know how many there are. And so when they show up on a mammogram or they show up on a ultrasound, I know exactly, and I can tell, and they're like, okay, we see this here. I'm like, yeah, I know that one's there and that one's there. And so I know where they are. And anytime something changes or I feel something different, when I go, I make an appointment immediately and we go, and then it turns out it's just just another cyst. And so it's benign and there's nothing to worry about.
Exactly.
And so you have to know these things. You have to know, I can tell you exactly where they are.
Yes.
I can tell you exactly how big they are, how small they are. I know where they are at every part of my breast because I examine them monthly. And that's what I was saying earlier too with men. Men should also know how your chest
normally look and feel.
Yes.
Because
you have to get a little touchy-feely with yourself sometimes.
It's empowerment. You have to know your own body.
Right.
So that you can, I know a lot of, even my own family members, my uncle's a doctor.
Right.
A physician. And he did not go to a fellow physician to see if he had cancer because he was so afraid that it would have been cancer. And this is a fellow physician.
Right.
And so I think...
And I think there's a lot of fear in that word cancer. Mm-hmm. But just like Marty said earlier, early detection saved his life.
Exactly.
Early detection. You have to consider don't stick your head in the sand thinking, well, if I don't check it, I won't know and it's not happening. Early detection is what saves lives.
Exactly.
So you have to continue to get your screenings done.
Yes.
Feel if something feels different, go get it checked out.
To your healthcare provider.
And it's not we're not like telling you be afraid.
Exactly.
We're telling you, we're empowering you to go and take care of yourself.
Exactly.
And not be afraid of the results, because if the results turn out like with Marty's situation that it was cancerous, what did he do? They got it checked out right away.
Exactly.
Got it taken care of. And now he's alive to tell a story where if he had waited 2 months, burying his head in the sand, thinking it'll go away, he would not be here today.
Exactly.
So, it is so vital that you check yourself out.
Extremely vital.
I'm just going to switch to, I know we're talking about breast health, but for heart disease, because heart disease and breast cancer are the top 2 killers of women in the world. Yes. And so what are the early screening recommendations for heart disease?
Yeah, so this is very important. The Women's Breast and Heart Initiative initially was known as just the Women's Breast Health Initiative. And we added on that heart component in 2013 because we realized this was the #1 killer amongst women. And so it's very important that women and men know their numbers, right? Your BMI, making sure that you're getting that checked. Yes, even if you don't want to see the number, making sure that you're getting that checked at each routine healthcare visit, as well as your blood pressure, right? Each routine healthcare visit. Now, cholesterol, they recommend that be checked every 5 years. And blood glucose starting at the age of 45. Okay. So it's very important when we're looking at heart disease, know your numbers. Don't be afraid, to say, oh, should I get this checked out? I know my mom, had diabetes and it kind of runs in my family.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. What's the link between diabetes and heart disease?
So heart disease is this umbrella, right? And so you have different things falling under that category. So we'll see heart attack, high blood pressure, sugar, right? Which is also known as diabetes. So we'll see this umbrella and we'll see all these things falling under it. And so that's the reason why it's so important to be empowered and know your numbers.
Excellent. Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break and we're going to come back with more from Jamie. So stay tuned. Afraid of needles? Anxious about going under the knife? Do the words invasive surgery make you queasy to think about? After years of being mistaken for someone in her 20s, Alicia Couri, a mom of 3 in her late 40s, finally got tired of hearing, "You should write a book about why you look so young." So that's exactly what she did. In her book, Age Younger, 21 Tips to Make Your 40s Look Like Your 20s, she outlines 21 of her top tips for looking and feeling decades younger. These tips can easily be implemented into your own lifestyle so you too can make your 40s look like your 20s. Go to acradio.live to order your copy today. Hi, I'm Alicia Couri, and you know me from my radio show, Unleash Your Audacious Confidence with Alicia Couri. If you lack confidence and boldness to really go out there and conquer the world, I'm here to share this valuable resource. In my book, Your Signature Style, Unlocking the Confidence, Style, and Influence of the Savvy CEO, I'll take you through a process where you can release your fears and embrace your femininity as a powerful tool to unleash your audacious confidence and win. This is where it all began for me, and I want to share it with you. Get your copy today at acradio.live. Bring out your beauty and confidence from the inside out. Buy this book today at www.acradio.live. You're listening to Unleash Your Audacious Confidence with Alicia Couri. Now, let's get back to the show. And we are back. We're just chatting here during the commercial break. Yeah, so I hope you guys are learning a lot and, getting a lot of great information. So I do want to ask Jamie, what are some of the preventative measures for breast cancer and heart disease?
Great question. So there's no preventative measure for breast cancer, but there are some things that you can do to reduce your risk, and there are preventative measures definitely for heart disease. So most of these we already know.
Yes.
And people are like, yeah, I know this, but
they're not doing it.
Exactly. But typically we don't do it.
Knowing if you're not doing it, you don't know.
Exactly.
All right? Just
exactly.
Cut it out.
I was listening to a message that says there's a difference between knowing and believing. When you just have knowledge of something, it's kind of like, oh yeah, I know.
I heard. You heard that before,
exactly.
But you don't know it.
Exactly.
You don't know it until you do it.
Exactly.
When you do it, then we know you know it.
You actually believe it when you're doing it.
When you're doing it.
And so, some of these preventative measures include maintaining a healthy body weight. And that is when we're looking at the BMI. So that, a lot of people are like, don't really like BMI. And that's typically because when we're looking at athletes, we'll see, obviously they have a higher BMI. And so that might be a little bit skewed. But, definitely speak with your healthcare provider. If you're like, well, I don't believe that this, fits for me, speak with your healthcare provider and they'll be able to tell you.
And a nutritionist.
Okay, exactly, a nutritionist. Someone that you can trust that's going to help you be the healthiest you, the best you. Also engaging in physical activity. Yes. Exercise. For some reason, people automatically go to the gym. Right, and I get it.
I'm sorry for all the gym owners out there. I am not a gym person.
Right, I get it. Like my fiance, he's like, he loves the gym. He probably is going to own his gym, his own gym one day. However, most people don't like the gym, or at least not by themselves. So I always tell people, do whatever makes you happy. If you genuinely enjoy to dance. If you genuinely enjoy to go out and walk outside at the park and hang out with friends, do that, because that's genuinely what you lean towards and you love.
It's going to you're going to be consistent. You're going to be consistent.
Exactly.
So like I run, but I don't like it, but I do.
That's so real.
I don't really like it. I don't like it. I was telling a friend the other day, I have this circuit that I run around my neighborhood, and my goal is to get halfway there.
Yep.
And I will complain to myself the whole halfway there in my head. I'm going to turn around. But the minute I get halfway there, I have no choice. I'm halfway. I got to finish it. So the struggle is just getting halfway there. And then I'm home free. Once you get halfway free, you're home free because you got to finish.
Exactly.
Why turn back?
When I'm running, I'm like, okay, I'm going to make it to that pole. Once I pass that pole, I can take a break. Once I'm at that pole, I'm like, well,
why take a break? I might as well keep going. Exactly.
Trick yourself.
You're right.
Exactly.
So that's my thing for running. And people laugh at me when I tell them I only run for 6 minutes. But I run as fast as I can, as hard as I can for that 6 minutes. Pumping. Get my heart going, and then I'm done.
Exactly.
I am done.
Exactly.
I am not going to the gym for an hour. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Exactly. So. Do something. Move. If you're not moving at all, anything is better than nothing.
Exactly. And so now for heart disease.
Yes, and also we want to make sure people are making healthy food choices. Okay, so automatically everyone thinks of a salad.
Yes.
I'm like, no. Stop it. Okay, I tell people healthy alternatives, because then you're like, oh, okay. If you like Whoppers, you like burgers, you can choose a quinoa burger or a bean burger, right? A healthy or alternative. And then no smoking.
No smoking.
And limiting your alcohol intake. Limiting, because...
And those tips are actually in this book here. Yes. So if you want to get age younger, 21 tips to make your 40s look like your 20s. Some of those tips are right in here. So I do have a caller on the line, but I do want to ask you 2 more questions before I bring Tony on. If you can hold on for me, Tony. How is the Women's Breast and Heart Initiative approach unique? So tell us.
Yes. So we like to say we go where no man or woman has gone before. You know, that saying. So we actually go door to door. And at first people are like, what? You go door to door? That's very strange. Do people open the door? Yes, right? So we give them this free health educational package that educates them and gives them the tools to beat breast cancer and prevent heart disease. So your
boots on the ground.
Exactly. Our boots are on the ground, and our volunteers also make appointments on the spot for these women to receive free mammograms and heart screening. So it's truly incredible. It's very unique, and this is the reason why we want to do everything we can to make sure that we are impacting as many women as possible.
Now, how can people get involved?
How can you get involved?
Yes.
Great question. So this October, we will be serving the city of Cutler Bay, and we go out on Saturdays from 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So if you are interested in volunteering and you say, Jamie, I can't come out this October, but I would love to learn more and get registered in the future, please contact me at Jamie, Jamie, at flbreasthealth.com.
Jamie,
flbreasthealth.com.
Jamie at flhealthbreast.com. Breasthealth.com.
Breasthealth.com.
I'm a little dyslexic right now. Okay. So somebody type that in the chat. Jamie at flbreasthealth.com.
Yes.
There you go. So I'm going to ask Tony to come on the line. Tony. So, guys, I said Tony. I mentioned his name earlier. This is, we were talking about video and confidence and all of that. Hey, Tony, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you loud and clear. So, were you listening to the show at all?
Yes, I am.
You are. Did you hear my conversation with Marty?
Definitely.
So, what are your thoughts?
I think anytime that you're sharing, getting information out that helps people become more aware of how to help themselves, health-wise, especially this month, it's heightened awareness, and it's a great thing.
So Tony is the director of, he owns a production company. I was saying that he does film, video, documentaries, and photos. And he is actually the writer and director of the movie that we're shooting. And people keep asking me, Tony, when is this movie going to be finished? So I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah, we're looking at the fall of next year to really be ready to share and hopefully make people laugh and a little mad too at the same time.
A laugh and a little mad. Do you want to tell anybody about the movie?
Yeah, it's a parody, a political parody of the rise and challenges of 2 rivals running for mayor of a small town in Florida, 2 females, and strong women making things happen, but they have different ethical, personal, and professional outlooks. and you did a great job on that, by the way.
Thank you. So Jamie here was just talking about their approach in the Women's Breast Health Initiative is boots on the ground. They go door to door and get people the help that they need. And I know in the movie, my competitor, my rival, she has that same approach. She goes door to door and she, engages the people and has the people on her side. Whereas my character's approach is just, I'm awesome, vote for me.
That's her pitch.
That's my pitch. I'm awesome, vote for me, right, Tony?
That's right. Done deal.
Done deal. You just need to vote for me because I'm awesome, right?
Just that simple. That's right.
It's that simple. So, but the door-to-door approach really does work. It's really very effective in marketing, in getting people aware and getting them the information. You had some flyers for me, Jamie.
Yes, I do. And I just want to say, because
let me just say thank you, Tony, for calling in. I really appreciate you. And one of these days you'll actually make it on the show so we can talk about stuff.
I know, but Jamie's doing a great job. I mean, anytime you're going door to door to bring about that kind of awareness, that's real commitment. So congratulations to her, and keep it up.
Thank you so much, Tony. I appreciate it.
All right. Awesome. So, yes. So you brought some flyers in.
Yes, I brought some flyers in, and I was just saying, because of amazing volunteers, possibly some of the people, even listening have gone out to volunteer with us. But because of these amazing volunteers, we have been able to reach 100,000 homes in South Florida.
Wow.
Since 2006. So I just really want to say thank you for all of our volunteers who have helped us, reach that
100,000, and that is going door to door.
Yes, door to door, 100,000
getting women
homes.
The help that they need.
Exactly.
And
so you can be a part of helping us reach 100,000 more.
Nice. So the flyer is,
yes,
you too can save a life. So this is for volunteers
in October.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we'll put this up I'll put this up on my page, and I'll put this up on my website as well. So I'll keep this one so we can, or you can email me a copy of the flyer so I can put it up. And before our time runs out, I did want to ask you, because we spoke about this just briefly before.
Yes.
What are some of the resources that you have for women?
Yes.
Because you have the early screenings, so you set appointments for them. How does that work?
Yeah, so for our targeted door-to-door outreach, these ladies will receive free mammograms and heart screenings. So there's no strings attached. Each woman that we knock on her door and she qualifies, she's 40. It's very simple. She's 40 and up, and she has not received a mammogram in the last year. We knock on her door, she gets a free mammogram or heart screening. And for those women that we don't knock on their door, there's so many women who's like, my sister lives in Tampa, and my sister, my aunt, and all these things. You can give us a call, and we will be able to refer you to the services that you need. And we work really hard to ensure that it's at low to no cost.
All right. So whether you have insurance, underinsured, or you have insurance, you don't have insurance, or you're underinsured, you can get covered. You can get it covered. You can get it free or low cost.
Exactly. Insured or uninsured. And that number, if you have a woman in your life, you're thinking of that woman, and you already know she's 40 or over and she has not had a mammogram within the last year, you can call 305-825-4081.
305-825-4081.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and you can also go to www.flbreasthealth.com and get more information about this Women's Breast and Heart Initiative. And I am so thankful that you came on the show. You drove all the way down from Miami. Well, all the way up from Miami. Sorry, my up and down. All the way up from Miami to join me here today. I'm telling you, this young woman impressed me when I met her.
Thank you.
The work that she's doing is very important, and it's very very vital for, I'm looking at the time, make sure that we still that I'm not running out of time. For women, especially ladies, hearing those statistics, 1 in 3
will die from heart disease each year. That's 400,000 women dying each year.
1 in 3 women each year, and 1 in 8 will get
diagnosed with breast cancer. 40,000 women each year.
So if you're in a room of 10, do the math.
Yes.
If you're in a room of 10 people,
it's pretty staggering.
It's staggering.
We can prevent this. We can get these numbers lower with prevention and early detection. That's our mantra. Just like you all were saying, prevention and early detection really is key.
Changing a little bit of your lifestyle, changing a few things in your lifestyle, making it so that it's not burdensome for you. It's just a shift in your lifestyle. Consider sticking around for a little bit longer for your kids and loved ones, so get those things get those things checked out. Something about diet. I did want to ask. What was I going to ask you? Like for diabetes and heart disease, a lot of those things, diet, just controlling your diet can change.
Yes. You know, with type 2 especially. When we're looking at diet, you know, people are like, well, yes, you can change your diet, and ultimately,
and that can change. That can save your life.
You know what I mean? And we're not talking about, you know, like
major shifts,
drastic change. We're talking about, okay, I am Caribbean and I only eat white rice and beans. Going from that to brown rice, you know, like that's subtle difference.
Right.
You know, like, you know, I'm Caribbean, I'm Haitian.
Right.
My parents only eat white rice and beans. But, you know, even seeing my own mother make that change because, you know, because of her own health was pretty incredible. So you can do it. You can.
Little shifts can make a big difference in your life. Having a life. Sticking around a little bit longer. Yes. What are some of the, really quick before we go, before I get the signal that we're getting, what are some of the signs? Because I know signs for men and signs for women are a little bit different of heart, you know, a heart attack.
Of heart disease, yes. A heart attack for women especially, it's very interesting. For women, we typically see extreme fatigue. So we see women are like, I'm just feel so tired. And everyone's like, oh, mom's just tired.
Right.
Go upstairs. And then, you know, mom goes upstairs and it's a heart attack.
And mom doesn't come back down.
Or we seeing shoulder pain, extreme back pain. So we see that left arm in men a lot, and some women will feel that as well. But for women, especially fatigue, back pain, shoulder pain.
Okay, thank you so much, Jamie. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for joining me here on Facebook, on Periscope, on YouTube, wherever you were watching. Thank you so much for joining. I hope to see you next week. I have another great guest coming in, and everyone have a wonderful rest of the week. And thank you, Jamie, for being my guest. Thank you, Marty, for calling in. Thank you, Tony, for calling in. I will join you again next week. Mwah, 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 mwah. I'll see you again. A wise friend always says to me, we have a finite number of minutes to spend. And just like you can only spend $1 once, you can only spend 1 minute once. It's your choice. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for choosing to spend some of your minutes with me on my show. I wish you love, health, and happiness to live your life with audacious confidence. I love you, and we'll see you next time.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not